Hey there, fellow chalking friends. It's Mick and Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. Happy Tuesday. Hello there, my friends. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Hey, Carol. Hey, Terry. Welcome to our chalk-in party. It's Tuesday. It's Target Tuesday. I need like a big bullseye. We are going to have a little bit of fun tonight with our little Target project. I'm going to show you right away what we are doing. We are going to do a super cute little, fun project. We are going to make this super cute utensil. I don't know what else to call it. Anybody know what you would call this? I called it a utensil carrier holder. Something like that, but it's got all the slots for your paper plates and your stuff, and it's got some amazing chalking surfaces on it, so we're gonna chalk away. So welcome everybody. I'm Mick and Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. If you are enjoying yourself, please feel free to share my video. It helps me tremendously when you do that, so thank you in advance for sharing my video. Thank you very much. So I am Mick and Maria. I'm an independent Chalk Couture designer. It's a very fancy title. And we use these amazing silkscreen transfers to create beautiful things. You don't have to be crafty. You don't have to be artistic. They're very easy and very simple to use. Anybody can do them. So what we have here is we have these super cute little silkscreen transfers. So it's sticky on the back, and there is a silk screen in it, as you can tell. So the silk screen helps us get very clean, very crisp results, and it's chalk, so it washes off. Thank you for sharing, Terry. Hey, Clarissa, welcome. Thanks for watching my video. Carol, I've missed you. You've been busy, Carol. Okay, so let's back up one more second. Let's talk chalk paste. So we are not using chalk like your kids' chalk or the chalk you remember as a kid. We use what's called Chalkology chalk paste. And it is a paste that dries semi-permanent but is removable if you choose to. Hey Jill, welcome to our chalking party. It will stay where you want it to. So for example, this is our cute little chalkboard sign. You can rub on it. It's not going to go anywhere unless you choose to have it go somewhere. If I wanted to wash this chalkboard off, I could spray it with water and wash it off, and it would go away. Hey, Debbie, welcome to our chalking party. We are getting ready for Memorial Day because I know you are all going to parties or you're having a party, and what a better way to celebrate than have an adorable utensil holder, right? We are bon appetiting on a very cute utensil holder. So back to my whole... I get distracted easily. Back to my whole chalk paste. Chalk paste dries semi-permanent. You can remove it if you choose to. Or if you want to make it permanent, you can spray it with a Minwax or a polyacrylic, any kind of, sealant, and it will stay, and then you don't have to worry about it. This particular item that we're using, I will seal. And I will seal that just because it has, some potential to get wet, because it could be on a buffet table or a picnic table or your kitchen counter for that matter. So there's a high likelihood that it will actually get wet. So I will spray it. I could use ink and put this in the oven and heat set it, with the exception of it has a wood handle. So that makes it why I can't use ink and seal it. So, I'm distracted today, can't you tell? We're going to put Bon Appetit on one side, and then we're going to put our super adorable little utensils on each little utensil holder. So see, it has the 3 little slots. We're going to put, So ladies, this is our big challenge for the night. What comes first? The knife, the spoon, the fork? What order are we going to put them on? So get ready, because this is an educational show. This is not just chalking. We learn things like what order should our utensils go in. So ladies, I'm looking for advice. What do you think? We're going to do navy blue because I'm actually using this weekend. We're going to a Memorial Day party. So this is going to be my little hostess gift for our little party giver. And that way we have something fun and something cute for them to have. And I'm going to do it in Memorial Day color. So I'm going to do just the navy blue on white so that she can continue to use it after Memorial Day. And then I have some super cute little ribbons that we're going to have to pick from so we can put a bow on it to, you know, make it holiday-esque. Terry says knife, fork, spoon. Knife, fork, spoon. So you put the forks in the middle? I always have more forks at my parties. That's the thing. Sometimes I put the spoons, I let them cohabitate in the same spot. I put these guys together and do 2 forks. So, obviously we can't do that here. But they could cohabitate, I suppose. But we're not going to do that. We're going to put one on each individual one. So we're going to put Bon Appetit on one side so that she can leave it in the middle of her table. And obviously there's something cute on each side. But yet it also serves a function. And it tells people what's in it. Jill says, oh, okay. Now we have contradiction. Jill says it's fork, knife, spoon. So we have knife, fork, spoon. And then we have fork, knife, spoon. So no matter what, everybody says the spoon's last. So we'll go with the spoon being last. But we got to figure out which I don't know if it really matters. I mean, I don't think who's the Dear Abby? No, who's the etiquette lady? Not Julia Child. Carol says I would put the spoon in the middle because the knife and fork are both very straight and the spoon gives dimension. Carol, you are so smart. Look at that. That gives us a little more fun, too. Huh. Who's the etiquette lady? Wasn't Dear Abby? See, we are an extremely educational chalking program. You learn so much, right? We learn about music when we do the music ones. We learn about the amp and stands when we talk about the and sign. All right, so please share my video. I'm going to get rid of that so that you can see more of our wonderful project here. And if you are curious, or I'm sorry, nope, we're not too curious yet. If you want to see this absolutely adorable transfer that has Bon Appetit and a fork, a spoon, and a knife, it also has these super cute, oh, I'm falling off my chair. Hang on. It has these really cute little vines and olives. We've made this transfer before in varying ways. So there are other videos out there with this particular transfer. So it's very it's user-friendly. We have multi-uses for it. And I absolutely love this transfer. I just love the fork, the spoon, and the knife. Isn't there a kid's nursery rhyme with a fork, a spoon, and a knife? Hey, Cheryl, welcome to our chalking party. Cheryl, we need advice. What goes first, the fork, the spoon, or the knife? I don't really think it matters. I think it's just personal preference. But I could totally be wrong. And then the etiquette police are going to come, and they're going to say, you did that wrong. You did that very wrong. All right, so let's do a little chalking 101. So we have our beautiful adhesive silkscreen transfer that is reusable. Hey, Verge, welcome to our chalking party. You can use this transfer over and over and over again as long as you take good care of it and you're careful with what you put it on. We are going to put our transfer on metal, painted metal. So you have to be very careful because it's going to stick like glue because it's a very slick, very smooth surface. There's no pores to it. It's very, I mean, this sucker is going to stick to it. So because of that, we do a step that's called fuzzing. And all fuzzing is I take my beautiful Chalk Couture towel, which is a fuzzing towel on one side, and a microfiber towel on the other side. And, oh, Robin's here. The country must be safe today. Our CIA agent is available to watch us. I love that. Robin, Cheryl, Robin. The adventures you go on in my mind, Robin, is just crazy. Cheryl says fork, knife, spoon. Okay, somebody else voted fork, knife, spoon too. Fork, knife, spoon. Jill voted fork, knife, spoon too. Although Carol had a very good idea about putting the spoon in the middle just because it would give it some dimension. But I digress. We're back to fuzzing. If you can watch this show and keep track of what I'm talking about, you guys are golden. All right, so what fuzzing is is you take your transfer on the sticky side and you put it on a towel, your blue jeans, your sweater, your bathrobe, something that has fuzz attached to it. So you're picking up, or lint, I'm sorry. You're picking up the lint because we are going to put this on the back or on a very slick surface. It is going to stick, so we want it to not be as sticky. So how we make it not as sticky is we collect lint from the things around us. And that way, we're not quite as sticky. Just because that's how they are when you set the table, Cheryl says. So Cheryl says fork, knife, spoon, because that's how you set the table. That's not a bad, yeah, that is, right? Fork, knife, spoon? Is that how you set the table? Who's that etiquette lady? You used to write to her. It's not Dear Abby. Dear Abby was who you wrote your family problems to, and she solved them for you. Who was Edith? Oh, now it's going to drive me crazy. Got to figure out. Is Debbie here? Debbie's our Google queen. Nope, Debbie's not here tonight. Not yet, anyway. We've got to figure out who was the etiquette lady. All right, so I want to make sure that I'm on my side, that the plate... Oh, Debbie's here. Hey, Deb. The plate side is the side that's going to get our bon appetit. Jill, what are you saying yes to? Debbie says fork on the fork on the left, knife and spoon on the right. Yeah, right. That is okay. So we'll do it that way, even though it'll be a little off dimensionally. Okay, so ooh, Debbie's saying she's here. That's the delay. So there is a delay in from when I talk to when you see it. Okay, so I am super fuzzed, but you'll be surprised even when I put it on here. Ann Landers. Is that who it was? No, that's not who it was. Hey, Donna. Welcome to our chucking party. I learned this in home ec in school. Cheryl says home ec. Okay, we are totally dating ourselves now, but I do have to say that my kids have home ec at school. It's my favorite class. So I'm sticking my transfer down. It does not completely fit. Heloise. Was it Heloise? Isn't Heloise the lady that teaches you how to like get stains out and do that kind of stuff? On all the images, that's the way it is. Fork, knife, spoon. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so it kind of goes off a little bit. And that's okay because my A will just look a little different. Now, let me put it over here more so you can see it. So that's okay. So he fits. He's a tight fit. And I'm actually going to bring it down a little bit more. See, now did you hear how sticky that was? And that's with all that fuzzing. Again, that's because this surface is super slick. See, can you not see those chipmunks and the wheel? Eventually it comes out of my mouth. Emily Post. Donna, that's who it was. Thank you, Donna. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Mary Jo McCormick. Welcome to our chucking party. We are making a super cute little utensil caddy. I don't know what else to call it. I'm sure there's a fancy formal name for it. We're making a super cute, yep. It is Emily Post. You're right, everybody. Thank you. So Emily Post is not coming to this party. So Emily Post's etiquette school. Ooh la la. Obviously, I did not go to that. And she, I'm sure, would be appalled at the things that come out of my mouth. So, I have my chalk paste. Okay, I gotta back up again. See, I'm getting all ahead of myself. So what I did was I fuzzed my transfer and I put it down on my surface. When I put it down on my surface, I really need to make sure that I have no air. Because if I have air, I'm going to have an air bubble. And what an air bubble does is it gives you a bleed. So what happens is when you go to squeegee across your surface, the squeegee pushes the air and it pushes the chalk underneath the air, so then you get chalk where you don't want chalk. So that's why you always want to make sure, and you can feel air and you can see air. So you look at it at an angle, and you know, it's a screen, like a shiny fabric. So you can see the bubbles in it when you have a bubble. So you look at it at an angle, you push it down with your finger, and that's how you make sure you don't have one. Once you have your transfer down, you're ready to chalk. Before you chalk, now we're doing this in one color, so this is a simple, easy, quick little project. But if you're going to do multicolors, you're going to do something. Chalk dries super fast. So you would want all of your chalk colors open, stirred, and ready to go. You want to think through your project. Which color am I putting where? And you want to be all ready to go before you ever put chalk down on your silkscreen. Because what happens is, once you start, you gotta go because your chalk is gonna dry. So if let's say I was doing bone in one color and appetit in a different color. If I do my bone in my navy and then I start, okay, well now I gotta get my chalk paste ready, I gotta stir it up, I gotta need a spritz of water. My blue is drying while I'm doing that. So that's why you want everything all ready to go. So you have it all stirred, all ready before you ever put chalk down. So now, push this over a little bit. So my little corner, I can move my corner. We did that the other day. Okay, so I'm going to use, which squeegee should we use? So again, I want to think through everything. What squeegee am I using? What all am I going to do? So the squeegee that I'm going to use is we'll use this one guy. We haven't used this guy in a little while. This is the angled squeegee. One of my very favorites, and this is one of my very favorites because he has a lot of resistance to him. Unlike, look at the difference. The small squeegee, you get lots of give with. The angled squeegee, you get give, but it's not as much. So he's got some nice, grip, lots to hold on to, and he has the angle. So you dip your angle in, and you go. The other nice thing about the angled squeegee is because there's two angles, you can switch colors. Didn't know that, did you? There's a way to do this. I just have to think it through. I don't ever do it because I have multiple squeegees, but you can switch colors and use it. Hi.
Hi.
We have a visitor. He's going to bed.
Night.
Good night. I love you. Sleep well.
I will. Wait. When you say 2 hours with PS, that doesn't mean I cannot go on my Chromebook now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's the deal. 2 hours of screen time. Any screen.
Well, it was 3 hours, but
today I'm not feeling as generous. Poor teenagers. Hey, Kathy. Welcome to our chalking party. Kathy, we're making a cute little utensil caddy. Caddy. That's the word those chipmunks were looking for. We're making a utensil caddy so that you can have an amazing time at your Memorial Day parties. So I'm dipping my squeegee right in my chalk paste. I'm putting it down and I'm just pulling it across. That's all you do, is you pull it across. You just cover up all of your silk screen. You don't want any lines, so you smooth out any lines that you may have as you go. Because if you have lines, you will see your lines. So you just want to make sure that it's all smooth and ready to go. The way you are going to want it to appear. And you just dip right in and go. You can, if you prefer, take a little stir stick and you can dab or dollop, as Carol and I like to say, because you stir your yogurt or your yogurt. You stir your chalk paste to a yogurt sour cream consistency. So we like to dollop our paste. You can dollop the paste right on the project directly and then squeegee it. How you choose to do it is completely up to you. And then so you have all this excess right on my squeegee. I put it right back in my container because you don't want to waste a drop because it lasts forever. So now it's time to pull. And it's very stuck. So it's fabric and you don't want to stretch it. So you start it in the corners, but you pull from the middle. Okay, and you pull straight up and down. You don't pull flat. If you pull flat, your transfer will curl. And you don't want it to curl because it's much easier to store if it's not curled up. Ooh, I like the blue, ladies. Oh my goodness, I like the blue. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Now we had one little tiny bleed here. Super easy to fix. This is one of the easiest surfaces to fix when you have a little tiny bleed like that. However, we have a cardinal rule, don't we, ladies? Our cardinal rule is you do not fix your project until it's dry. Because inevitably, Marie will stick her finger in it if it's wet. And you'll end up hurting, ruining, smudging is probably the right word, you end up smudging the part of your project that was right. So you just wait for it to dry. Now, drying happens super fast. Again, it's chalk, so it dries super fast. But if you want it to dry faster, you can use a hair dryer. I use a craft gun, or a craft heat gun. The only reason I use a craft heat gun is because I have one. So you don't want the heat or need the heat. So you do have to be careful with the heat if you're using that, if for those other crafters out there. And inevitably I get chalk all over me, especially when I use navy for some reason. So you wash it all off, because otherwise you will get it places you don't want it. When it's time to store my chalk, I give it a little splash of water on the top, and I put my lid on. I do that because it helps them stay moist while they're waiting for their next time that we use navy. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We're going to use... We're not done. We have more to do. Okay, so the other thing that I do is I wash off my squeegee. And I do that right away because it's much easier to wash off your squeegee when your chalk is wet. It's not that it's hard when it's dry, it's just harder than when it's wet. So, oh, I love navy blue. I get navy blue all... Oh, you guys can't really see what I'm doing. I am so sorry. I'll move you back a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to quick dry it so that I can show you how I fix that little problem. So, this particular utensil caddy, in full honesty, because it's Target Tuesday, and on Target, I buy something from Target, and we chalk on it. This particular one is not from Target, but I've seen them at Target. I just had this one, that I actually bought this one. I bought this one at Home Goods, but Target has them. In fact, they have some of them in their bullseye section. They're just not as big, so I don't know if the Bon Appetit itself would fit on there. Okay, so we're going to fix our little mistake here. Now, can you see my little... I'm going to pull it up. See how I have that little tiny bleed right there? Okay, so this is how you fix it. First off, this is enamel, or metal, painted metal, I suppose. The easiest way to do this is just take your finger and just push it. The less water you put on your project, the better. Okay, but now you can see I got it, but I have a little residue of the blue. Oh wait, I think I showed you the wrong part. It's right here. See the little residue? So then I just take my Q-tip and get that off. And voila, look at how cute that is. Now who wouldn't want to take their little tiny fork and spoon out of this adorable container, right? So I'm just gonna, I'm a kind of a perfectionist when it comes to my lines. Kind of drives me crazy. So we are good to go. Our lines are all clean. This was a pretty good chalk. This particular transfer we've used a lot. There's other videos out there with this one. So look at how cute that is. Okay, so I'm dry and I'm flipping her over because now it's time for the inevitable. What came first, the chicken or the egg, right? So we said we're doing it this way, right? Fork, knife, spoon. Because that's how you would set your table, according to Emily Post and her etiquette school. And, you know, we got to follow Emily because I live my life by Emily. I couldn't even remember what her name is, but okay, it sounds good, right? So, next thing I do is I basically continue the same exact process. I'm going to make it so you can see what I'm doing. I lay my transfer face down and I pull my backer off of my transfer. This little guy is super sticky because he has not been used very much compared to my Bon Appetit. So that's one of the nice things about our transfers is you can use different pieces, you can combine different things, different transfers together. So it really gives you an opportunity to get creative, and the Bon Appetit part I've used on several different applications with several different things. These little guys, the fork, yeah, actually I have only used the fork, I think, on this one. I made a menu board for an auction, and I used the fork as kind of their embellishment over the word menu. I used our font letters, and I made a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday menu board, and then menu, and then had this cute little fork guy by my menu. But I don't think these guys we've ever used. So I'm super fuzzing because look at, I'm doing all this fuzzing and it's still gonna super stick. Okay, so I'm gonna put my fork down and it is in that container. I'm gonna line them all up before I start so that we're all in the right place to go. And now I'm gonna use my knife. Actually, maybe these did get used once. Debbie didn't use, I think you used these guys. You made the Bon Appetit one when you guys were here. They have your handwriting on the back, that's how I know. It's not my handwriting. Okay, so again, I'm fuzzing. I'm going around my towel to pick up the lint. Because it is amazing to me how much lint these little towels have, considering the fact you watch me fuzz with them every single night. And I wash it. When I wash it, I just throw it right in the washing machine. This is a Chalk Couture product. And again, if you want to see the Chalk Couture products, all you have to do is go to www.chalkcouture.com/MakeItMaria. And you can see them. So how our little videos go, for those of you who are new, is on Mondays we do a Make It Monday. And Make It Monday we do a fun little project that you can then make. And I post that information about how to make it and how to purchase the products, usually with a special attached to them in the Making Maria VIP group. So if you're not currently a member of the Making Maria VIP group, you want to be, because that's where all the super fun things happen. So if you are currently not a member and you would like to be, all you need to do is comment, add me, and I will send you the link to get added to the VIP group. Or you can go right to the Making Maria VIP group and request to join. Whatever is easier for you to do, you can do. So again, I'm just fuzzing away, and I've got my little guys all lined up and ready to go. This is a fun little project because I think this makes a really nice gift, hostess gift especially, if you are going to a party. It's also just something really fun to do because, like with this guy, we're going to put a patriotic ribbon on him, and then you can change it up for whatever holiday party you're having. You know, you can do a birthday ribbon if it's a birthday party. You can do a Christmas, you know, all the holidays. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm lined up and I'm even, relatively close. Because y'all know me, I'm not a measurer. And it's hard to tell because our surface is curved as well. Oops, sorry. I think our fork is a little bit higher than everybody else, so I'm going to bring him down a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, and he is stuck. It's actually easier if I see, look at what you guys see. So our surface is also curved, so that makes it a little more. That's pretty good. Now maybe our spoon is too high. I would tell you our fork, or our spoon and our knife are pretty dead on. It's our fork. Now he's too low. So we move him up a little bit. So today is Charlie's birthday. My youngest turned 9 today. And oh my goodness, to have that kind of energy. Spoon isn't by the cubby. Oh, thank you, Jill. You are right. The spoon is not by the cubby. I need to move him down. Thank you, Jill. You guys are so helpful. So when you're 9 and it's your birthday, you know, the world revolves around you, right? Oh my gosh. First off, the energy that the child has is insane. And then it's all about, can I open my presents? I'm not sure we're really straight. But it was a fun day because he was so excited. So we went and we had lunch with him at school, which we never, I rarely do that just because I think they need that time to, you know, talk with their friends. They don't get a lot of time, free time during the day. So it's kind of nice to know he has that ability to do that. And but my husband and I went today. We took him his favorite lunch to school, and he thought that was just, he didn't know we were coming. So he thought that that was just a big deal to have that. Agreed. Should move the spoon over to the right. Thank you, Cheryl. You guys are way smarter than me. Okay, so I think we're lined up now. I mean, these two guys are definitely on the closer end to their divider, just because of the angle. You know, we have this angle, so. Plus, I want them kind of in the middle. The other thing I think that's throwing me off is the knife has this curve that goes up, where these guys are totally curved around. So when you look at them, they don't really necessarily look straight. Carol, we have birthday buddies! Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Carol! Your son turned 39 today and my son turned 9. Oh my gosh, that's so cool, Carol. That is so cool. See, Carol, I've been telling you all along, we are soul sisters, Carol. Now, I had Charlie, much later in life. Much later. I had Charlie in those years of life where they tell you you should not have babies. Way past the whole should have babies. Really should not have babies. We're very lucky that he's healthy. Very, very lucky. And let me tell you, he has way more energy than me. I cannot get these 3 lined up. Much better. I agree, Cheryl. It is much better. Hey, Tammy. How are you, Tammy? Oh my gosh, Tammy, how is Minnesota? Right? Minnesota. I think you're Minnesota, Tammy. If I remember right, you're in Minnesota. All right, this is, you know, but ladies, I've spent far too much time lining these up, and I don't ever spend this much time lining anything up. So I think we're good enough. If it's not good enough, we'll wash it off when we're done. But I think we're pretty straight. It's hard to tell because of the angle and this little guy going in the other direction. But I think we're pretty straight. Okay, so I'm just pushing, again, pushing all my air out to make sure that I'm not going to get a bleed. I need to get my chalk back out because, like a not very smart person, I put my chalk away. And I spritzed it, so now I need to stir it again. Thanks, Verge. Tammy wore a sweater today in Minnesota. Okay, Tammy, since this is usually True Confessions when we have a video, I'm still wearing my winter coat, Tammy. And it's cold. It's cold here. It is not, it's unseasonably cold. I mean, it's not cold, but it's not really, I don't need to wear my winter coat anymore. But I do still wear my winter coat. But I would wear my winter coat all year. For those of you who know me, like I have my bathrobe in the chair. I should show you guys. All curled up around me. I have to take my bathrobe up to do our videos because it's so cold down here. I wear my bathrobe all day long. I just put it over my clothes. It's like a warm blanket, you know, that you wrap around you. I'm getting hugged all day long by my bathrobe. Okay, so again, I know you can't see because this is a kind of a bigger project. But I dip in my paste and I just, this is a really easy one. It's just one and done. One and done. One and done. Down you go. You just make sure you've covered up the whole silk screen. You get all your excess off because you can take all that beautiful paste and put it right back in your paste container. Just like that. So that you don't waste any of it. Because again, these pastes last a very long time. Okay, and then I just pull. I get it up, so I have something to hold on to, and I pull it straight up and down. Now this transfer has some natural distressing in it, so when I show it up or lift it up, you'll be able to see it better. These distresses are supposed to be there. This isn't a Maria, it's not a Maria original mistake. It is truly meant to be distressed. Oop, I'm pulling it to pull it straight up and down. So see, I got a little bit of curling. Not bad. Sometimes when I first started and I didn't know you were supposed to do it that way, my transfers used to curl up like Christmas ribbon. I mean, like curl up, like you could not get them to lay down. If you have that happen to you, you put it on the backer sheet and you use painter's tape, and you can put a book on it. So stick it down with painter's tape on the edges and then put a book on it, and you will get it to lay back down. It's just much easier to store on the backer sheets if, oh my gosh. Okay, so see the distressing? That is supposed to be there. It's meant to be that way. That's kind of the beauty of this transfer. Oh my gosh, this is cute. Okay, maybe I can't give this to her. I hope she's not watching. I might have to keep this. I might have to make her something else because this is adorable and I'm really into navy blue right now. I might have to come up with something else that I give her for having us all over to her house for our Memorial Day parade. That my daughter's marching in the parade. She marches right by this lady's, my friend's house. It's a very nice party. She has it every year. She's right on the parade route, which is fun. Okay, so I'm just, again, washing off my squeegee because it's easier to do when it's wet. I'm starting this whole process over. We're going to put a really cute little patriotic ribbon. I'm stirring up my paste. Ooh, I don't want to blob paste down. I go around the edges of my container. I'm going to move this just in case something happens to fall. I go around the edges like that. And then I get everything off the edges that I can. I tap that back in there. I take my stir stick because my stir stick is reusable. And I wash it off. Put it back in my container. You don't want to use things like popsicle sticks to stir your paste because the wood will take the popsicle stick will take some of the moisture out of your chalk. So you really want to stir with metal, plastic. I've seen people use, kitchen spoons. You don't have to have a fancy stir stick. I just love the stir sticks. Oh, I'm going to, again, just give it a little tiny spritz of water. Put my top on it. And I have little racks in front of me that have all my paste colors in them, and I just stick it right in the rack. So this is side number 1. This is side number 2. And it needs a ribbon. Okay, so we've already talked about the Making Maria VIP group. I can take that one away. If you want to, we haven't talked about this one in a while. If you want to have as much fun as I'm having, because everybody should have as much fun as I'm having. I have not had this much fun since I first started in my original career. So if you want to have as much fun as I'm having, or you're just really curious about how much fun am I having, and why am I having so much fun, and what does having so much fun mean, as far as what it means to be a Chalk Couture designer, feel free to message me, or you can type in the comments curious, and I would be more than happy to send you information about how you could have this same amount of fun that I am having. And last but not least, oh, Club Couture. Oh my gosh, did you see the video? Okay, if you're in the Making Maria VIP group, did you see the video I posted today? So one of my people above me made a video. She had all kinds of designers send her examples of what they've made with this month's Club Couture, which is Hello Summer, which we made this super cute and adorable t-shirt with. Look at how cute this is. I did ask Joseph, and he did say he would wear it. But we made this super cute t-shirt with our Hello Summer transfer. But she made this compilation video of all the things other designers have made with, sorry, I gotta get my bathrobe back around me, with this month's Club Couture. So if you're interested in the club or information about the club and what the heck is the club, comment club and I will send you that. Club Couture is a monthly subscription. For $19.99 you get a B size transfer, which is 8.5 by 11, and you get 3 paste packets, which are these fun little, you get individual, these are the same color, but you get 3 colors of paste packets and a project that you can make for $19.99 a month. And for $19.99 a month, you get guaranteed fun crafting just for you. It's just, I'm telling you ladies, everybody needs it so that you can have just that moment of sanity once a month, knowing it's coming in the door. And because it's reusable, you can make multiple projects out of it. So it can be more than a half an hour of sanity a month. You could schedule yourself a little weekly therapy session with your Club Couture. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I think we've covered all of our, okay, so we need a ribbon. All right, so we kind of need the red, right? We don't have any red. So we could do this very simple little gingham, red gingham. I really kind of like our American flag one, but he's so big. But if we want red, we've got to go red gingham or big flag. What do you think? Do you think we need the red? Or do you think we could get away with, I kind of like the stars too. The stars aren't bad. The stars are probably the right thickness. The gingham I think is too little and the flag is too big. I'm going to give you a minute because there's a delay. So I'm thinking, although I love this one, we will use this on another project. It's too big. It's got to be one of these two. So number 1 is red. Number 2 is stars. Let me know, which one do you think we should do? Should we do stars or should we do gingham? 1, 2. I kind of like the stars. I really like the red though. We could mix them. We could do, maybe we could do that. We could do 2 of them together. Put the red on top of the, Carol, I'm telling you, Carol, we are soul sisters. Because that light bulb just went off on my head too. Let's do them together. Gingham and the stars. Kim, hey Kim, welcome to our chocolate party. You said the same thing. Put the red on top. Ladies, you are so, oh, he's back.
I need to speak to you.
Okay, can you give me 5 minutes?
Sure.
Thanks. Unless you want to tell all the ladies what you want to talk to me about.
No.
Okay, so, oh, look at, ladies. Oh, Kim, you said the same thing. Layer them. Oh my gosh. Tammy, I'm not putting anything in the container.
I'll lay upstairs.
Okay, I'll be up in a little bit. Tammy, this is for utensils. And just for her, it's a hostess gift, Tammy. You think I should fill it and give it to her full? I could put patriotic napkins and plates in here. I could fill it. I wasn't going to fill it, but that's not a bad idea. Look at how cute these ribbons look together. OMG, ladies, you are so darn smart. Okay, so now you're going to watch Maria's not so great ribbon making skills. And where should we? If we put the ribbon down here on the side, which is where I naturally would put it, just because it won't move then, people will knock it as they go to get their things, right? But I think this is where it should go. So I'm gonna attempt. It's very hard to make a ribbon, a bow for Maria, when it's 2 ribbons, because it's challenging enough when it's 1, let alone 2. All right, so I'm just going to start my process. I thought the red, white, and blue see, Tammy? You're right. I should fill it before I give it to her. And then I should drop it off the day before the party so that she has it. That's a really good idea, Tammy. But see, I'm kind of liking this project now, Tammy, so I might be having to give her something else. And maybe I'll use it for 4th of July. Isn't that funny? This happens to me every time I make a project for somebody. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I shouldn't give that away. That's so cute. But then I always end up giving it away. Okay, so I'm working on my bow, which I apologize. You can't really see me working on my bow, which is probably a good thing because you're learning all the ways not to make a bow, right? So I'm doing this. I'm turning it as I go so that I end up with the right colors facing out when we're done. I'm about to pull it really tight. I agree, Tammy. It's going to be hard to give up, but she's a really good friend, so she kind of deserves it. But okay, so I'm pulling my bow really tight. I don't know if this is the best placement of the bow. Maybe we should put the bow up here. I don't know. We'll work on where the bow is. It's kind of a loosey-goosey bow, too. He's too loose. All right, so we're going to try that again. I'm going to try making him tighter. What happens if you tie the bow and hot glue it on the side of the handle? That's a good idea, Carol. But my problem with the hot glue was this way we could change the ribbon for the holiday. It makes it more universal, I guess, if it's not 4th of July, or I suppose you could use it for 4th of July too. I'm making my ribbon a little smaller because I had a really tall tail, or really long tail at the end. And I am going to do this twice so it stays tight. But yeah, I want to make it where it's navy blue, but, you know, she can change it if she wants to for different holidays. So I don't want hot glue. But that would be a good idea if you were making it for just this holiday, because then it would stay. We're going to try it down here, and if we have to move it up, we'll move it up. And then I could use like a glue dot, too, if I wanted to. Okay, so I'm working on getting my ribbon straight. Put a magnet on the bow. You ladies are so darn smart. I want to keep it too. I've ended up with so many Xmas presents because they're things you like. You know, Virginia, I gotta say, I don't like to go Christmas shopping just for that reason, because I don't like to shop normally. Everything is on sale, and I tend to, because I don't normally shop ever for myself like that, other than crafting supplies, which we don't even want to get into, right? Mr. Berman might be watching. But that's the whole reason I don't like to Christmas shop, is because I end up buying more stuff for myself, because I don't shop like that all year. And then, you know, things are a deal, and you end up buying them. Okay, so we got our bow here. I'm almost ready to cut it. The jury's out a little bit about if the bow's in the right place and if he's the right amount of... Okay, so let me cut him. I like to cut my bow. We talk about this every time. I like to cut my bow with a kite tail, so that it has a little bit of a finished look. I like to make them that way. I know, and I always talk to you guys like it's rocket science that I do that, because for me, up until, you know, a year ago, I didn't even know how to do this. If you could make, or you could make the bow and then tie the bow on so they don't have to undo it. Oh, that's a good idea too, Cheryl, is just make a bow, just ties on. All right, so hang on. I gotta do my little kite tails over here, and then I'll show you, and then we can decide if I should move it up or not. But I like that idea too, Cheryl, where I just make a bow and then tie the bow on. That's really a good idea. Okay. I screwed up my bow here somehow, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna lay it down and change your... No, you don't need to change it. You can see what I'm doing. I guess I need to stand him up. Okay, so hang on. All right, so it's a cute bow, but see, if he goes up here, he's probably going to get, you know, he's in the way of pulling things out. But if he goes down here more, if he goes down here more, you know, he's in a little bit of a better position. He's probably too long. His tail's probably too long. Or should I go more like, yeah, he should probably be more like that, right? Where you see him? Okay, what do you think? It's kind of cute. His tails are too long. And I should probably take the tag off of him. That might help. But his tails need to be shorter. But he's cute. Hey, Aunt Josephine. Welcome from California. Okay, so this is our super cute little project. And then we have our utensils on the other side. I'm kind of liking this guy. I like the bow. Especially, let's cut them. They're too long. Let's make them shorter. I always do this, and then I end up making them too short. Yep, I did. I made it too short. It's definitely better shorter, though. So this is just one of those many examples of this transfer we've used. We've done a couple different things with this transfer, and it's really versatile and extremely usable. So this is a C-size transfer Bon Appetit. So it is a $24.99 transfer, but it has lots of nice pieces. So we talk a lot about when you're purchasing transfers, looking for things you know, that you're going to reuse. So it's not just a one and done transfer. What pieces can you use with it? Like this Bon Appetit looks super cute on a kitchen towel. Look, we did it with the board and the wreath around it with the olives. We've done it on trays. We did it on a tray. Now we've done it on this really cute little utensil caddy. A menu board. So there's just this one transfer has multiple uses. So you don't have to worry about, okay, I'm gonna invest the money in this transfer and I can only use it once. You can totally use it multiple times, which is just the nice part of it's just a very nice feature to the transfers, their reusability. Unlike, for those of you Cricut users out there, you know, you make a Cricut Cricut stencil, basically, it's the same process, and you're done. You use it once and you throw it away. Okay, you guys were rock stars with the whole layering the ribbon, because that totally worked. Look at how cute this is. Oh, I don't think I can give it to her. I think I have to keep it. I am in love with this guy. Okay, so this is the Bon Appetit transfer. Oh, did I lose you guys? I hope I didn't lose you guys. Are you gone? Oh, I think you guys are gone. I hope not. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, you're back. Okay. Super cute little transfer. C-size. Bon Appetit is its name. You can find it right on the website, which is www.chalkcouture.com/MakeandMaria. That's where you can see it. If you know friends that are having Memorial Day parties and need a super cute little, I guess we'd have to go 4th of July now, because you're not going to get it in time for Memorial Day. It's Monday, Maria. It's a week from today. Yeah, you're not getting it in time. But keep this in mind for 4th of July parties that are coming up. And again, you can totally change this ribbon. You could just make it a blue and white check ribbon, and then you could use this thing all year round. You don't have to just use it for a holiday. So that's what I think is the beauty of doing it in a solid color, is it gives it a lot more versatility. Shorter tails look good. Thanks, Verge. I agree. It looks better with the little tails versus the longer tails, although this guy's probably too short. But, you know, that's because Maria cut it. And she probably shouldn't have cut it so short, because now they're actually two completely different lengths as well. So it's a Making Maria original, right? That's how it happens when Maria makes it. So this is our super cute transfer. Thank you so much for watching me. I'm Making Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. I will be back at you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's Whip It Up Wednesday. Oops, I turned that now. I can only see half of me. Whip It Up Wednesday, we whip up a cute little project. So this is this week's project. Or Target Tuesday. You can find these at Target. I bought this one at Home Goods. It was $12.99. Wait, if you're going to buy one, just think about, you know, how is it big enough for the transfer, which it should be. It's not a super big transfer. But if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Rambling. Shocking surprise, I know. So thank you so much, ladies. You have a lovely evening. I'll see you tomorrow night for Whip It Up Wednesday. See ya. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to share. Have a lovely, lovely night. See ya.